Hello, this is Jeannie Guzman, and I am the creator of the Clear Your Money Fog course. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about smart steps financially to launch and grow your business. A lot of women come to me and have ideas about their business, but there's so many things that they don't know and they don't even know what to Google. So I wanted to create this video quick and easy to show you just some things. Little bit about me. This is me. I'm Jeannie. This is my husband Pedro and my daughter Nina in the middle there with the Phoenix Mercury game. That's our favorite pastime. And that's my little dog Peanut. So just like everybody here, I'm a mom, I'm a businesswoman, I have a job, whole lots of things. So everybody juggling things, it's really important to kind of stay grounded, clear your money fog, and let's get into it. So today I really wanted to talk about the key statistics about women's small businesses. So I really found this pretty interesting that these are the numbers at a glance. 12 million are women-owned business in the United States. It's probably growing or more than that from the time I made this slide, but that's a huge amount with $1.9 trillion in annual revenue. 1,800 new women-owned businesses created per year. That's crazy. And 10.7 million employees of women-owned businesses. So women are out there, we're making business, we're employing people, we're making money. So this is the time. If you wanted to start your business and you're a woman, let's get going. So where do I start? These are some of the basics. Choose a name and register it. This is going to depend which state you're in, but usually you can just choose a name and see if sometimes it's a trade name registration, sometimes Secretary of State of your state, but just do a Google search and find a name, see if someone else has it, and register the name. So choose a business structure. I'll get into this in different courses that I talk about, but the business structure means you're a sole proprietor or an LLC, partnership, or a corporation. So usually if you're starting out, you don't need to worry about the fancy LLC or corporations. So just register with a sole proprietor. So that's basically your name, your business, using your own social security number, basically for tax reasons. So when you start filing taxes, it's going to be a separate schedule on your tax form, but with your social security number. So register an employer identification number. This is a little bit different from this is different from your social security number. This is an identification number that just defines your business. So even if you're a sole proprietor, get an employer identification number. That way you don't have to give out social security numbers for things. You can go to your bank and open a bank account for your business with that employer identification number. There's some easy tips how to do that. I'll show you at another time. Open a dedicated bank account and a credit card. So I talk a lot about this in my mini course, Clear the Money Fog. Really keeping your funds separate, your ins and outs for your business are hugely important. Write a business plan. Everybody should write a business plan, not just what your ideas are, but what are your plans for revenue? What are your plans for marketing? Who are your customers? Who are your ideal customers? Whole bunch of things there. Write out your goals and projections. So what are my goals? What are my revenue goals? Maybe you have a goal of employing people. That's a fantastic goal. How are you going to get there? And determine what licenses you need. So different states require different licenses. So I would check with your state, but the first thing to think about is, are you selling things? Are you selling alcohol? That's a huge one. You need a special license for that. Different things that you're selling, you might need a special license most of the time, depending on what you're selling. But sometimes, if you're an attorney, you need a license. If for myself, a tax preparer, sometimes I need a license in a certain state. So just make sure on your industry what licenses you need. And determine if you need business insurance. Most of the time, it's a really good idea. Even if you've determined you might not need it, it's usually pretty inexpensive, and it might help you in the long run. You never know what could happen. Okay, numbers. Do you need an accountant? Do you need an accountant? Not necessarily. This is an interesting question. So it's really hard to pay for an accountant when you don't have anything coming in. I totally get that. Usually I would say, yes, you need an accountant. You need me. Fantastic. However, if you don't have the funds to pay for an accountant, it's really tough. I would say it's really important to have an accountant to set things up correctly for you, tax-wise, especially if you have a family, if you're married, commingling expenses and income, things like that, how things flow through to your personal tax return could be something you need to think about. So do you need an accountant? Probably, but not for everything. Not for doing your daily transactions and things like that, possibly, but we'll see. So down the road, it would be great to get an accountant, but sometimes in the beginning, you don't need it. So set up your documents. So I have in my course a budget tracker, an income and expense tracker. Those are things that will help you to really track your income, track your expenses, know what your net profit is. So accounting software, sometimes you don't need something like QuickBooks or Xero. There's some really great free ones. One is called Wave. I really recommend that if you're wanting to actually have a piece of software to do your accounting. So that'll be something to look at in the future. Invoicing. If you're billing customers, get a system for invoicing. If you need to invoice and get paid later, make sure you have a collection process. Paying bills. Make sure you're paying your bills on time, obviously, but track those bills. And taxes. Taxes is a big part of our business, right? And we want to pay the least taxes, but we want to be doing everything right. So I'll talk a little bit more about taxes later on. Here we go. Let's talk more about taxes. Taxes don't need to be scary. They're just part of running a smart, profitable business, and you can absolutely handle them. Hey, we're moms, we're wives, we have families, we take care of everything. You can handle your taxes. That's nothing. Well, not really, but have that attitude. I can do anything. If I'm running a business, taxes are really important. You have to declare your taxes every year. You have to pay taxes every year. So let's get a handle on it and make sure we can do it. So here's some things a little bit about taxes. Keep a record of all your money coming in and out. So you can do that with my trackers on the spreadsheets, or you can even do it in the Notes app, a simple log, something. I've had a client that used to put receipts in folders and then write at the end of the year the total deductions on it. It's possible. Anything that helps you, keep track. It's what you need. Know what you can and can't deduct. If it's ordinary necessary for your business, it's probably deductible. I have some things here. Supplies, software, travel, even part of your home, if you work out of your home, which a lot of us do, there's a home office deduction for that. I have that to give you too. Set aside money for taxes. So a good rule of thumb, if you're making a profit in your business, you're going to be paying taxes on it. So right now, 25 to 30% of your profit is what you should be putting aside. So if you made $1,000, you would put away 250 of that, 250 to 300. So that's after expenses. So that's saying maybe you made $2,000, but you had expenses of 1,000, your profit was 1,000, put down 25 to 30% away for that. And don't wait until April 15th. Quarterly check-ins help you stay ahead. You can make estimated payments and avoid penalties. So here's my information. If you want to contact me, you can find me at jeannieguzman.com, and you don't have to figure out your finances alone. Whether you're getting started or scaling up, I'm here to help you simplify the numbers, stay organized, feel confident in your decisions. Through my bookkeeping services, courses, and my community, I offer the tools and support to empower you every step of the way. So look below. I have a great freebie offer for you to check out about clearing your money fog, some ways to learn how to track your business expenses and your business income. So some great tools there. And also join my free school community. We have fun in there. We talk about money. It's a lot of fun. So I'd love to have you, but please check out the freebie below. Check out my school community, and can't wait to see you again soon.